next guest is a Grammy Award-winning producer and songwriter with a long list of clients that includes Boyz II Men, TLC, and Monica, just to name a few. Please help me give it up for Mr. Dallas Austin! This is A-Town, right? Bow.
ATL, that's
right. Bow. First, brother, let me say thank you very much because we understand you rearranged, you move your schedule around just to be here on the Monique Show.
I sure
so
did.
much love to you, brother. We appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. No, I have to. It's my baby right here.
Now, Dallas Austin, super producer, okay? You out, you about, you in the streets. You see this young lady named Monica.
Yep.
What was it about this sister that you said, megastar, I gotta have her?
Her attitude. First time, it's funny because the first time she came to my studio and sang, she was like a puppet. It was like, Monica, sing The Greatest Love, sing The Greatest Love every time somebody shows up. But Monica's attitude was just like, am I finished yet? All right, is everybody done? Am I done? Like, her attitude was so heavy that I looked at it and I said, we know we had artists like Brandy and people out, but I didn't think nobody really represented our girl next door, like South Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? And Monica was she upped it to the fullest, so she was like, she was South Atlanta's finest. The green bride of death. She had a bunch of little chains on, bunch of little green bride, that's right.
Now, wait a minute, did you have on all the rings?
Wait a minute, wait. Our first debate was, do you remember the nail polish thing? Oh. And now it's popular. First of all, he shot all these incredible pictures of me, and I had this long hair. It was mine, you know, so I didn't think it was a big deal to do what I wanted to with it. And I left, go to the beauty shop. I think I got somebody fired because they were supposed to have been taking me to get my hair washed and done. Well, I came back like this. And trying to tell him and my mother this story about why this all happened when all the product and pictures were done was hard enough. Then he looks at my nails, they're blue. I got on Nike rings and everything, and I had this girlfriend. Her brother bought us, he took us to Greenbrier Flea Market and bought us these Nugget Seiko watches, so we were just like, we thought we were doing it. Yeah. And now when I see all the girls with the blue polish and the big chains on and the spiky hair, I'm like, wait a minute, I was just before my time because he didn't like that.
The hard part about it was this. That's the easy part. The hard part about it was you show up with a tattoo at 14. Right?
No.
I snuck, and this is my parent mode. Don't play with me at home and do what I did. Learn from my mistakes. You understand me? I go and I get my own name, as if I don't know it already, tattooed on me, and I snuck. Because all of my friends were always older, which there were pros and cons to that. You know, my friends now are in their 40s, their kids are my age. But then, at 14, and they're all 24 and 25, I was just doing what they were doing.
Clive Davis had a fit. Clive Davis called, what is this on Monica's arm? She can't wear this. So we started putting the armband. Have you ever seen her with the armband on? Yeah, we covered that tattoo all the time that she had out there.
My mother rebuked me in the name of Jesus for a whole year. This is why I taught you better.
But how do you handle that? Such a powerful voice, such a young lady at the time. She really had a mind of her own, as she does right now. How did you contain all of that? Tattoos, rings, and things. And then a mouth on her that she still has right now. And that neck going. How you keep all that?
You know what? I was just really close to her. And I would sit with Monica and just talk to her and be like, okay, what are we going to make some songs about? What are you doing right now? What's going on around you in your life? Because I knew it was already full of that attitude or whatever happened. So I just tried to ride with it. And if she wanted, you know, C Murder to rap on the record, I'd go, okay, real cool. And then you look over and Clive and say,
did he just say that out loud?
It's the Monique Show, baby.
Wait a minute.
No,
hold on.
The thing is,
wait a minute. Don't you tell my business. Yeah. Hold on. Wait a minute.
But the thing is about Monica, she's always been 100,000% real. Like, real to death. We kept trying to just deprogram some of the realness sometimes, but so it wouldn't get dangerous or so it would be, but she's always been 100% real, right?
I thought I told you. No, I mean, I think the best thing about Dallas really allowed me, he really, first of all, music saved my life, as it will many other kids that say that first. Because once you are amongst the streets, you start making bad decisions. And I was always reared in the church, reared the right way. People try to blame parents some of the time, But when you have minds of your own, some things happen, and when you fall short of his grace, he'll always forgive you and allow you to come back. And I just came back to what I was taught at this point. He was with me through the rough patches. And the good part was that he didn't want to change who I was. He thought that it was great for me to be different than the other girls. He thought that it was okay for me. Yeah, when he met my very first boyfriend, who he just blurted out on TV, when he met him, he was like, girl, I'm not letting you go out of here with him. What are you talking about? And you know, and my thing was give him a chance, get to know who he is. And that was always my feeling. And when he got to know him, they still hanging. When what's going on? Hello, I'm over here. You know, so I think that what a lot of people that are constantly judging need to know and understand is that it's not just what you see. If you can't look further, then don't place judgment on it. And that's just...
But see, this is why we dig you so much, because of your realness, and why we dig you. Because our bass player.
And he never stole from me. I still own all my publishing. If I write it, I can get a check for it.
Come on, baby. But oftentimes, we try to figure out why people have longevity in the business. And it is the talent. It really is. But there's so much bigger than talent. It is your loyalty. It is your humility. And there's a sister that sits over there, our bass player, Miss Deborah Killen, that has been with you since the beginning.
Well, I probably could say I've been with her since the beginning, because I used to run lights for Deborah's band, all right? So she would have to come pick me up because I couldn't drive. I was too young. And so I would go every time her band had a show, I'll be the light man, sitting there running lights, just so I can get back to Deborah's equipment, too, at the house, so we could write songs. And, you know, because I was always that songwriter. I wanted to get in so bad. And Deborah, I remember my mom told me, she said one time, she said, look, either you can get a job or you getting out of my house. Well, all right, let me call Deborah. I went down to Deborah's house for like a week or two and worked on the 4-track and just kept making songs and songs and songs. My mom came back and said, you know what? Just come back home, because apparently that's what you're going to do. All right? He talked to my school counselor. My school counselor said, leave him alone. If that's what he's going to do, that's what he's going to do. And so I was just so determined to get us out of that position that we was in and to write songs and to be a great songwriter. And when I got with Deborah, and then the band started getting jealous because me and Deborah started getting tight. Because we were making all the records and making all the songs. But yeah, and then after that, every record I did, I had Deborah on it. All the TLC records, every record, Outkast records, everybody had Deborah Killen on it.
Now,
she's the sound of Atlanta.
What do you remember most about back in the day with Dallas and Monica?
I remember, like, when they first did her record, her voice changed, and they had to redo the record. So, I mean, she probably sang some of those songs like 2 or 3 times.
Because your voice matured.
Changed. Yeah, she was
What
14.
happened, it was already, I spent my first album showing my ID for a long time. And it was a school ID, because people didn't believe that I was the age I was, because it was already so mature. And then I think we got right in the center. We were working with Tim and Bob, and it did another drastic change, where it's got this raspy tone on it. It went from that I'm a kid to the almost like I'm a woman sounding type of voice. But we went in and we re-recorded all of it. And this was before all this hot new digital equipment where you just push a button and go. This was when the track was spinning over there. And you remember that little room on the side? And you could hit a tape when you get done. You know, we had time sometimes to go to Benihana and come back, remember? and it would still be getting, you know, processing. So it was like all of us were a family. I think that's what made it so special. And that's why I never felt like I lost my childhood. We didn't just work. We would go to Meemaw's house on Sunday, eat dinner, jet ski, everything.
Meemaw?
His mother.
My mother.
Okay.
She cooks for everybody.
Yes, she cooks for everybody, and I was really her first grandchild in a way. So it was all about me before all the rest of them.
This is my first. So this is my first daughter.
Wow.
The only.
Really enough. It's the only daughter and the first daughter,
better not give
right?
birth to a girl.
Well, if he does, it'll be a miracle. I'll tell you that. Y'all give it to him, Dallas Austin, Monica. Now, Dallas, we know you got to get out of here, brother. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't y'all go nowhere. Later in the show, Monica takes us back to one of them days where she performs a medley of a 90s hit. Until then, Penthouse Players, give it to us, baby.